Our second video is a little longer, and that it talks about the history of when that particular site was a rock quarry, and today it represents this wonderful medical campus, hotels, entertainment, athletic facilities, parks, condominiums. I think you're going to enjoy the second video as well. We look forward to coming back to Vietnam. It's our favorite place, and that as soon as the quarantine is lifted, we're thinking about probably May, we'll be back over to see you. I wanted to mention one thing that I think some of you will recall. In August of 2014, we had the vice mayor of Henderson over to visit with you, and she brought her daughter Ashton with her, and she attended a number of our sessions and met a lot of you. Jerry still works closely with us. She's still very active in Henderson and in Nevada, and she's always very kind about welcoming those people that she met on her delightful trip. She looks forward to welcoming you as we do when you come over, and that we look forward to having you enjoy these videos, and we'll be updating you as time goes along. Thank you for your time.
What do you do with a big hole in the ground? An abandoned rock quarry where unhealthy water stands for weeks on end without drainage after the rain. A blighted eyesore where the homeless pitch their tents. You assemble a world-class team of architects, consultants, and engineers, and you master plan it. You invest $55 million to date to fill it with 774,000 cubic yards of dirt and partner with union labor to build quality infrastructure over 2 years. You make the site environmentally safe, create value, generate jobs, and develop businesses, homes, and healthcare as a special place to live, work, and play. That is Union Village. After a study noted that Nevada was 49th in healthcare in all of the United States and ranked 51st for healthcare for children, Union Village studied 11 different sites in Clark County for the project, finding Henderson to be the most underserved area in Nevada. In 2010, Union Village selected the former rock quarry in the middle of a redevelopment area. At the time, Henderson and the rest of the nation were deep in a massive recession. The parties worked collaboratively to achieve tax increment reimbursement agreements to help mitigate the high costs of filling in the hole and all of the required infrastructure. By virtue of the agreement, Union Village would have to raise the money and perform before being reimbursed for any eligible costs. For 2 years, Union Village partnered with Dignity Health to develop a hospital within the project, only to see Dignity back out of the agreement 2 days before closing on the land. With the support of the city, Union Village entered into an agreement with Universal Health Services to develop an award-winning, state-of-the-art acute care hospital with ancillary services in Henderson on 40 acres at Union Village. In addition to the hospital, an 85,000 square foot medical office building for physicians and a 14,000 square foot Fresenius dialysis center have been built and are open for business. While the original plan only contemplated 214 hospital beds, Henderson Hospital will open with a new tower this year that will increase the total to 390 beds dedicated to acute care, rehabilitation, and women's services, generating nearly 8,000 high-paying jobs. It will have, in only 6 years, almost twice as many hospital beds as was originally planned. A 95,000 square foot Las Vegas athletic club was recruited and built as a retail health and fitness anchor. Currently under construction by Covenant Development is Phase 1 of a 50,000 square foot retail project, which includes a drive-through Starbucks, 4 lease retail space, and healthcare and wellness space. 15,000 square foot in Phase 1 is dedicated to Pacific Dental Services' first dental and health practice, which will integrate the full continuum of dental practices, periodontal, oral surgery, pediatric orthodontic, and general dentistry with a primary care physician practice. Pacific Dental Services is the world's largest dental services company with over 800 offices in the United States and is headquartered in Henderson, Nevada. Also soon to close escrow is Covenant's proposed food court, as are Beazer Development and D.R. Horton building townhomes, and Graystar Development building senior living units. Each of these developments will provide much-needed rooftops to support retail that includes a tavern, a hotel, a Wahoo's Fish Tacos, and other much-needed tax-generating retail. Both the hotel and Wahoo's have closed escrow, and the land purchase agreement for the second tavern is currently being negotiated. These retail and residential projects are scheduled to close in the next 4 to 6 months and be fully built within 1 year thereafter, resulting in the project being 90% complete. Except for the second tavern, all of these projects have begun, and some are well into the entitlement process. Union Village has reserved 12 acres for and presently is negotiating a skilled nursing facility with a national operator, senior living, assisted living, and memory care. It is also in escrow for a wellness center and an institute for a Hall of Fame life that already has funding approval and is 75% pre-leased. Finally, Union Village began construction of the 5-acre Union Village Park in February and estimates it will be finished on June 1st. Union Village is in its last phase and is nearly complete. When the retail is done, it will have successfully generated nearly 10,000 direct and indirect jobs, not including construction jobs. Union Village acquired the land from the city on January 21, 2014. $55 million has already been invested. It was always contemplated that it would be a 10-year project. With 3 years to go, it already has more hospital beds, more jobs, and fewer residencies than was originally contemplated. And all this has been accomplished during not just one, but 2 of the greatest economic and healthcare crises in the history of our nation. What do you do with a big hole? You make it into Union Village. A special place to live, work, and play. It is a place where a child may be born, have a home, where jobs can be secured, where state-of-the-art healthcare is provided, and seniors can enjoy the secure sunset of life lived wonderfully well. This is what happens when a few people work together to make a difference, to transform a hole in the ground into a master plan community for healthcare, job creation, and tax generation. A special place in which to live, work, and play. This is Union Village.